Welcome to Oracle F1 channel. In this video, how to create a Microsoft Azure account and how to deploy that Microsoft Azure SQL Database step by step. First of all, we need to create an account in that Microsoft for pre-tier mode. And how do you plan to use your Azure database? And we need to choose the option listed below accordingly. So I chose a couple of options. It's purely based on your requirement. And I choose for the create and manage infrastructure and deploy manage Unix based infrastructure solution or manage identity and access, and also your cloud tier database SQL database creation. So I choose couple of options, and also other option if it is required any other options I chose, and I mentioned Azure SQL database. So click next, and now let's show you around Azure. So it will shows like create a resource, your dashboard, your account informations, and also and start that start tour button, and you can see here and home dashboard. You can click the next and all services, favorites, search, and also multiple information notification plus help center account information, just like that. Finish. So this is basically Microsoft Azure Cloud free tier mode account setup. And earlier I created my account using Microsoft account, and we need to provide our basic informations like personal information like your full name, where you are working, and your informations, and also your card information to validate further. So let's start that quick start center and click the start. It will go for the starter checklist. So it will take approximately, they mentioned it's 20 minutes, but you can start that time. So now get started in the Azure portal. So they have given some videos for the how to get started in the Azure portal. So later you can go ahead and with that watch that video by Microsoft posted that video. It's available on YouTube, and also try it yourself. I am going to use that portal.azure.com. So here it is showing all the my dashboard informations. So portal.azure.com, the homepage, it will shows what you want to create. And also, first of all, we need to manage that notification of a multi-factor authentication, MFA, we need to enable, because there may be a chance to get your account hacked. So avoiding this kind of vulnerability, we can go for the safer way. We can go for that multi-factor authentication enabled in your Azure portal information. So I did already, and we can go ahead with that next step. So click home again, and what are the services provided by Azure? So you can the listed out here, and what you want to do, you can see here, and also navigate your subscriptions, resource groups, all resources, dashboard, and everything. Now I am going to do create a resource. First of all, I did the subscription, free test subscription I did, and in that we need to create a service. What are the service you required? So create a service, create a resource, click on that one, and here it is showing all the available resources in the Azure portal. Azure AI services, web app, Azure Open AI, virtual network, and create a SQL database. So I'm going to do the prime motto is here is create a SQL database for free. That is what I created an account, and also I applied on my offer. This is what that offer, free database offer applied to get first 1 lakh vCore seconds and 32 GB storage. And after that applied that offer, so you can that Azure subscription one it is showing, but you need to create a resource group. What is the resource group you required? It is mandatory field we need to create, and also what is the database details? What are the database details you want to create? Your database information, your database name, and which server you want to create, and which availability zone, which that cloud zones. So is it US East 1 or US West 1 or US West 2, like that. And also if it's not you're not accessing your databases, it will be pause, auto pause. So we need to enable. And so we can go ahead and give the name create one by one. First of all, we need to mention that database name I am providing here is SRLA, and also server. We need to create the server. Which server? The server you want to deploy the database. So we need to provide the server name. I am giving SRLA. So US East it will not support here in my location. US East is not supporting for me, and later on I will get an error. So I'm going to choose US West 1 or West 2. So here that Microsoft extra admin I need to choose my on my own my account, and that is also done. So authentication method use Microsoft Entra only authentication. So it is available on that Microsoft authentication only. We will use for that MS SQL server and also that database connection. So you can see here the location is not supported for my subscription. So what I am going to do, I am going to change my that cloud region to US West 1 or US West 2. So US West 2 it will be supported for me. So now what are the parameters we have given? We need to create the resource group. So resource group we need to create. It is not available by default, but we need to create mandatory. So that you can see here that cost summary MS SQL database cost summary. It is general purpose GPS 3s2 and cost GB in USD, and also it is free tier, right? So free 32 GB storage free, and first 1 lakh vCores seconds free, and overage billing it's disabled because I don't want to get billed. So that is what it is disabled. And let me create that resource group now. Resource group under all my resources will be created. That is what is a group it is required. This is also very first time I am using this portal and I am creating this. I don't refer anything and I am creating on my own, and I am giving you all for the step by step steps, but this is the basic one I guess. And the thing is, we need to go by step networking, next networking and other those things, but I skipped those information, and again I will come up with this page, and I will this information will be reset, and again I will come up and show you that the creation and deployment stage. So here I'm going to show you that security, additional settings and everything. First, the basic setting we did. Next one, networking. So we need to do that public endpoint or private endpoint or no access. So if it is, if you are giving no access, then you cannot be able to access your database host or your database. And we need to enable public or private endpoint. And based on that, firewall rules will be set. And if you are giving that private endpoint, we need to set the firewalls, which IP you are giving, which IP address we are going to give. A particular IPs you can allow access, that you can create a some set of roles. So now I chose like that no access, because I don't want to give anyone the public or private IP addresses. Later on I will show you that next in my next video demo I will show you how to connect the databases and server with the public or private keys. So we need to choose that ledger database and enable all the features, the tables in this database. And also the digest storage, enable that automatically digest storage, and add that Azure storage. So I chose the storage type is Azure storage, and there will be some Azure confidential ledger, or it is basic Azure storage. Based on that cost, we can choose. Azure confidential ledger is 30D encryption is enabled on that particular one, and also Azure all the SQL databases, the TD transparent data encryption is enabled as always. So now we have to apply that one, which one you want. You can choose the storage type, and then you can go ahead and apply, and it will move on to next step. You can apply. So it's showing like a ledger, it's configured, and server identity not enabled. So server identity we have to configure, we have to enable. Configure the identity, we need to create the resource group, we need to choose subscription, and all we need to add. So what are the user assigned to manage the identity? So I need to choose my what I create, that my user, and also that resource group which I created earlier. So that is the one we need to choose. If you don't assign to anyone else, and you no need to give anyone, so let it be. You can leave as it is. I don't want to manage your portal someone else, then you can, you're alone going to manage, then leave it. So this is all other setting, language, region, and appearance, directories and subscriptions. So everything will be available on this. And again I will go back and I will show you that setup, how to create that Microsoft SQL database in Azure. So this is my email address like my subscription and so going to dashboard again. So what it will do, earlier I did all my works will be disregard. So I'm going to create on new. Again I'm going to create a new configuration. So again coming to this apply offer. So it is free database offer, right? So I am applying that offer because it will support for 1 year. But every 30 days it will be released your subscription, because whatever the usage that the use whatever that database giving that free tier, if you are not exceeding, then it won't get be charged. You have to use your limited the subscription, like they provided 32 GB free storage and only quick course seconds. That is the thing you have to use. And if you are not, the database or a server is not used, it will be paused until your next login. So you have to use wisely and you have to choose carefully, because otherwise you will get billed. But the billing, you will be notified. If you are going to bill anything, they will be sending out an email to you're notified. Then only you will be get charged, because carefully you have to choose your resources and what are the resources you are using on a daily basis, day-to-day basis. And yeah, of course. Yeah, this is what create SQL database server. I'm creating, and also that coming to that next step and creating the resource group, and also networking we need to choose that by default connectivity policy, and also security. Start for a free trial or not now, because start for a free trial means you will be get charged every 15 USD per month. So not I'm not choosing that one. And also that server identity and also server key level key, database level key, so we need to configure. So this and all I'm going to do next in my next video, because I wanted to show you how to create an free tier Microsoft account and creating that MS SQL database on Azure cloud portal. So I'm creating that Azure storage type, and then that we need to create the resource group, and also that system assigned manager identity is on. I'm choosing, and we need to add who is managing this system identity. So that is already created on my account, right? That is myself. I'm on the owner. So I need to create, and again that is ledger configuration date, and is server identity, system assigned identity enabled. So that is system identity enabled I choose, and also server level and database level server key management tools. So this is the one as a subscription, and we need to choose that user if you want to give assigned anyone else to manage that identity. So we don't want to give right now, and in this chapter we can see next video. So coming to server level key and database level key, it is required to connect the database server, and also it is required to connect the database. So it is by default the databases have transparent data encryption. It's enabled. So the key can be taken from here, and we can use it for server level encryption. So I chose for server level encryption for both database as well as the server side, because I don't want to enable the data ready on database level. Now this tags needs to be created. Resource 3 selected, like what are the resources we are selecting, that is review plus create. So this is the last one, like we need to review what are all the basic information we provided and all the key parameters, security information, additional settings, and all those details we need to review. And if you are giving create, it will start that I submitted, it's submitting the deployment, it started the creation deployment in progress, you can see here. So what I did, I created my free tier Microsoft account. On that I created the subscription, the free tier subscription. I enabled that offer applied. After that, going to the dashboard, the resource creation will be choose wisely. Like I wanted to create a database, Microsoft SQL database wants to create for free, and I chose for that one. But for the database is running, it's required server. So I created a server also. So there are 3 resource groups I used in this database creation. So currently the deployment is in progress. Like you can see the resource Azure Lab Mac machine default, that is the machine accepted, and Azure Lab Mac is the machine Microsoft Server connection okay, and Azure Lab Mac it is a Microsoft SQL Server created. So first one, Azure Lab Mac is a machine. Azure Lab machine is the Microsoft SQL Server that is created. And second one, on top of that Azure Lab, by default it will be by default connectivity. Okay. And then Azure Lab Mac, Azure AZ, Azure Lab, it is a database name. So on top of that, I am creating the database. So you can see the operation details. It's running, and it is the status is accepted. The processing state is provisioning state is running. The deployment correlation resource and type status is accepted, and provisioning state is running, and provisioning operations create. So I am creating currently a SQL database onto the Azure with mission. Normally the deployment, it will take hardly 2 to 3 minutes, and almost the machine creation and the machine make it by default, and database creation also completed. Now the ledger, the storage is in progress. Created storage also created. So this is what we did in this video. This is I'm using very first time in this Microsoft Azure cloud portal, and I am doing on the floor. On the floor, I do not refer anything, any documentation or any YouTube videos or any documentation. I did not refer it, but I did on my own how to do that, how to create that my Microsoft SQL database in Azure using that Azure portal. So how to create the resource groups and storage. So everything I showed in this video. In this video continuity, I'll be posting in my next video as a part 2. So the deployment is still in progress because it will take quite some time. It will take 2 to 3 minutes hardly, and 5 minutes max. So now you can see the deployment is complete. the deployment state, it's succeeded. Okay, so the subscription is Azure subscription one, and the source group which I created is a lab sub. So start time I did, the correlation, the tag ID, this is the one. So you can see that deployment details,